Hi, this is Badri, geoscientist from B Square Geo Channel, Kollam, Tamil Nadu. Well, now I am going to present a video show on groundwater quality and its chemistry. It can be simply said as hydrogeochemistry. Well, the characteristics of water. You are all aware that the chemical symbol of water is H2O. Water is a good solvent. Solvent means it can dissolve many substances. Water never occurs in its pure form. All water contains some dissolved substances. The quantity of water is determined by these substances. It has the ability to dissolve many inorganic and organic substances. The quality determines its usage. Water has its own taste, color, smell and chemical constituents. Not all water can be used for all purposes. Example, seawater. Seawater cannot be directly used for drinking purpose as it is highly saline in nature. The suitability of water for different purposes is determined by its quality parameters. Water quality parameters. Water has its own physical properties, chemical composition and biological properties. Under physical properties, you will get temperature, color, odor, turbidity and electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity is a property of water conducting electricity. Then coming to the next physical property, color. The color of water is due to the suspended particles and organic matter. The color generally ranges from light to dark brown in color. Brownish color in water comes due to the presence of iron. Well, especially in Shillad and Mailaduguri talks of Mailaduguri district, this is a common scenario. You will be getting brown color stains in the washed cloth, that is white cloth, that is dhoti and other white cloth materials. The greenish color in pond water is seen due to the presence of organic substances including algae. This is common in pond and open wells. You can see the green color. It is due to the presence of algae. Then water. Pure water is odorless. When water dissolves other substances, the odor is determined by them. Mostly decayed organic substances give fouling smell. Inorganic substances give earthy smell. Well, especially in Chidambaram town and in some parts of town, the groundwater sample, when you taste, it will give you a foul smell or rotten smell. It is due to the presence of H2S, that is hydrogen sulfide. Then coming to the chemical properties of water. Hardness of water is defined as its content of metallic ions which react with sodium soaps to produce a residue. It is expressed as total concentration of calcium and magnesium in ppm. Total hardness is equal to 2.5 calcium plus 4.1 magnesium. Then coming to the salinity of water. The salinity of water is due to the presence of sodium and chloride ions. Seawater contains more than 35,000 ppm of salt. So that is why it is highly saline in nature. If the TDS of water is more than 1 lakh ppm, then it is said to be brine. Alkalinity of water. Combined effect of bicarbonates and carbonates with calcium ions. It has a direct relationship with pH. Carbonates will be noticeable for water having a pH more than 8.2. Water quality parameters. Water quality parameters limit the suitability of water for different purposes: drinking purpose, domestic consumption, agriculture purpose, industrial processes, and cleaning and recreation purpose. Water quality standards. There are different types of water quality standards: drinking water quality standards, and irrigation water quality standards, then industrial water quality standards, and so on. Some of the best examples of water quality standards are USPH, that is United States Public Health Drinking Water Standards, Indian Standard Institution ISI, or Bureau of Indian Standard BIS. Then World Health Organization WHO standard. Then coming to the drinking water quality standard, this is the drinking water quality standard table based on Bureau of Indian Standard, that is BIS. This is based on 2012 second revision edition. In this table, you can see the different parameters and its units with their acceptable and permissible limits. For TDS, that is total dissolved solids, the acceptable limit is 500 and the permissible limit is 2000. Accordingly, for different parameters, all these acceptable and permissible limits are given. In this table, you can see a comparison between BIS standard and WHO standard. As per BIS standard, the pH of water should be 7 to 8.5. As per WHO standard, it is 6.5 to 8.5. As per BIS standard, the TDS of water should be 500, and as per the WHO standard, it is 1000. So different parameters, you can get all the details in this table. Well, this is a model drinking water quality test report, or it can be said as portability test report. Here only physiochemical analysis of the water sample has been done. Physiochemical properties means only the physical and chemical properties of the water sample. This water sample was tested during 2020 in Haryana State by Public Health Engineering Department of Haryana State. Here you can see 11 parameters have been tested, and it has been declared as potable water. So it is pretty well suitable for drinking and other purposes. Then health hazards due to groundwater quality. Due to excess content of chemical constituents in groundwater, some health hazards may come. If the permissible limit is exceeded in the groundwater sample, then there is a possibility of getting fluorosis. Fluorosis means if the fluoride content is more than 1.5 ppm, then there is a possibility of getting fluorosis. The fluorosis is of two types. One is the dental fluorosis and skeletal fluorosis. In dental fluorosis will be, you can see yellowish or brownish tint in the tint of the teeth. Whereas in the skeletal fluorosis, you can see the deformity of a skeleton, that is the deformity of bones. This fluorosis is a common scenario in Dharmaburi district in Tamil Nadu. If the arsenic content of water is high, it will be toxic in nature. So due to high arsenic content in groundwater, you will get some skin disorders. If the nitrate content is high than the permissible limit, then there is a possibility of getting blue baby syndrome. That is, it's a disease mainly affected by children in the age range of 1 to 2. So due to oxidation of nitrate to nitrate, the oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin is reduced and restricted. That's why the color of the baby turns into blue. That's why it's called blue baby syndrome. Well, then coming to the irrigation water quality. So as you get standards for drinking water, here also you can see the standard for irrigation water quality. The water quality criteria being total salt concentration, sodium absorption ratio, that is it is simply called SAR, residual sodium carbonate or bicarbonate ion concentration, then boron content. So based on this criteria, the irrigation water samples are tested. Electrical conductivity. Under electrical conductivity, the water is classified into different types of water. If the EC value is in between 100 to 250 micromoles per centimeter, then it is said to be low saline type of water. That is, its quality will be excellent. If the EC value is more than 3000 means it's very highly saline, it is unsuitable for irrigation purpose. So based on the HCR also, it is classified. If the HCR value is below 10, it is said to be excellent, that is low sodium water. If the HCR value is more than 26, then it is said to be very high sodium water, then it becomes unsuitable for irrigation purpose. Residual sodium carbonate, RSC, high carbonate ion concentration has hazardous effects on crop production and crop yield. Boron content is also necessary for any crop growth. If it exceeds the permissible limit, it will also severely affect the crop yield and production. So similarly, there are different classes based on the boron content of the water sample. So low, medium, high and very high. Well, due to advancement in digital technology and scientific developments, nowadays it has become very easy and simple to get the water sample tested. So now we can see some digital pens. So these are all different types of digital pens for testing the water samples. By digital pens you can test parameters like EC, TDS, pH, temperature, dissolved oxygen and so on. Similarly, nowadays you can get the portable field kit for testing the water sample. You need not get the water samples all the way to the lab and get it tested. You can simply test it in the field itself and know the result, whether it is portable or suitable for irrigation purpose.
அந்த லேபில் கொண்டு போய் தண்ணி கொடுத்தாக்கா அந்த தண்ணி டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி சொல்லிவிடுவாங்க, தண்ணி வந்து குடிக்கிறதுக்கு உகந்ததா இல்லையாங்கிறத சொல்லிவிடுவாங்க. ஸோ இதேமாரி நீரின் தன்மை வந்து ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டுங்க. இப்போ அதேமாதிரி இதுக்கு வந்து நீரின் தன்மை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு லேப்லாம் வேணும்னு கூட அவசியம் இல்லைங்க. நம்ம ஃபீல்டுலேயே கூட ஃபீல்டு கிட்டு வச்சுக்கிட்டே டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாங்க. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இது வந்து டிடிஎஸ் பென்னு பாருங்கள். டிடிஎஸ் நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி டோட்டல் டிசால்வ்டு சாலிட்ஸுங்க. இந்த டிடிஎஸை பொறுத்து தான் நீரினுடைய உப்புத்தன்மையை நம்ம எப்படிங்கிறது கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். இந்த டிடிஎஸ் பென் வந்து நம்ம ஒரு டம்ளர் தண்ணியை எடுத்து இதில் டிப் பண்ணி பார்த்தோம்னா இதில் இந்த டிஸ்பிளேயில் வந்துருங்க. டிஜிட்டல் டிஸ்பிளேயில் எவ்வளோ பிபிஎம்னு தெரியும். பார்ட்ஸ் பர் மில்லியனுங்க. ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி பார்ட்ஸ் பர் மில்லியன். இப்போ சப்போஸ் வந்து 1500 பிபிஎம் வரைக்கும் இருந்தாக்கா அந்த தண்ணி ஓரளவுக்கு வந்து குடிக்கிறதுக்கு ஏற்றதாக இருக்கும். 1500 பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா கொஞ்சம் தண்ணி சவுருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, தமிழில் சவுருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இப்போ நம்ம மினரல் வாட்டரை இந்த பேக்கேஜ் ட்ரிங்கிங் வாட்டர்லாம் குடிச்சிட்டு
well, here some of the contact details of the labs in Tamil Nadu are given. Thank you.